I never thought my life would take such a dark turn. My name is Emma, and my family had always been close-knit, bound together by love and shared memories. But everything changed the day my mother passed away. She had been the heart of our family, a devout woman with an unwavering faith that often veered into the mysterious. After her funeral, my siblings, Jake and Lily, and I returned to our old home, a quaint house that had seen better days. It was filled with echoes of laughter and warmth, but now it felt cold and empty. As we sorted through her belongings, an unsettling feeling settled in the pit of my stomach. There were strange symbols etched into the walls of her room, and I found her journal filled with cryptic notes about rituals and dark entities. Mom was always a bit eccentric, Jake said, trying to lighten the mood. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. That night, as we tried to sleep, I heard whispers drifting through the house. At first I thought it was just the wind, but then I realized it was something more sinister. Lily, who had always been sensitive to the supernatural, began to have nightmares. She would wake up screaming, claiming she saw our mother standing at the foot of her bed, her face twisted in anguish. I brushed it off as grief-induced hallucinations, but deep down I felt a growing dread. The next evening I decided to explore the attic, hoping to find something that could explain the strange happenings. As I climbed the creaky stairs, I felt an icy breeze wash over me. The attic was cluttered with old furniture and boxes, but one item caught my eye: a dusty mirror. When I looked into it, I saw not just my reflection, but a shadowy figure lurking behind me. I spun around, but there was nothing there. Panicked, I rushed back downstairs to find Jake and Lily huddled together, their faces pale. "Emma, you have to see this," Jake said, his voice trembling. He led me to the living room, where the air was thick with an unnatural chill. On the floor lay a series of photographs, images of our mother at various gatherings, but in the background, there were always strange figures, watching her with hollow eyes. "We need to figure out what she was involved in," I said, my heart racing. We gathered around the kitchen table, poring over her journal and trying to piece together the puzzle. It became clear that our mother had been part of something dark and dangerous, something that had not died with her. As the days passed, the hauntings intensified. We heard footsteps in the hall, felt cold hands brush against our skin, and witnessed objects moving on their own. One night I awoke to find Lily sitting up in bed, staring blankly at the wall. "She's coming for us," she whispered, her voice barely audible. I felt a surge of determination. We had to confront whatever our mother had summoned. Armed with her journal, we set up a makeshift ritual in the living room, hoping to sever the ties that bound her to the dark entity. As we chanted the words from her journal, the air crackled with energy and the temperature dropped dramatically. Suddenly, the lights flickered and our mother's voice echoed through the room, pleading and angry. I felt a surge of fear but pushed forward, determined to free her spirit from the clutches of the darkness. The room shook as shadows twisted and writhed around us, but we held strong. With one final chant, the shadows screamed and dissipated, leaving us breathless and trembling. The oppressive weight lifted, and for the first time since her death I felt a sense of peace. In the days that followed, the house felt lighter, as if the darkness had finally been expelled. We buried our mother's journal in the backyard, a final goodbye to the secrets that had haunted us. As I stood there, I realized that while we had lost her, we had also gained a deeper understanding of the love and bonds that tied us together. Though the memories of that dark time would linger, we were free to move forward, together as a family,